Good day, everyone. You're welcome to today's live stream. How has been trading this week? I hope it's been profitable. If you have any question or pair you want me to analyze, please drop it in the comment section. How has been trading this week? Has it been profitable? Confirm you can hear me loud and clear, and also confirm you can see my screen. You're welcome to today's live stream. I'm so excited to have you in today's class. Confirm you can hear me. Please drop a comment if you can hear me loud and clear. Also confirm you can see my screen. Once again, I want to welcome you to today's live stream. So excited to have you in this live stream. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's get started. We'll start by looking at the fundamentals for the day. Today is Thursday, the 6th of November, and I have just two major news from two different countries. We have Great Britain will be releasing its monetary policy report, monetary policy summary, official bank rate votes, and official bank rates will be released by 1 p.m. And by 1:30, the Bank of England governor will be speaking. Governor Bailey will be speaking. These are high impact news. High impact news. And by 4:30, Bank of Canada Governor Macklem will be speaking. So if you're considering trading GBP and card based, you might want to wait for this news to be released before you trade this pairs. Okay, before you trade card and GBP pairs, you might want to wait for this major news to be released. Okay, and if you're considering trading these pairs before the release of the news, ensure that you apply proper risk and money management. You have to be very conservative if you're trading before a major news. That is what I do anytime I'm executing trade before the news. I ensure that I'm very conservative. I don't go all in. I risk maybe just 50% of my maximum drawdown for the day. I don't go all in, and that is what I would advise that you do. Okay, so let's go straight to the chart. Let's go to the chart. So we'll start by looking at yen baskets. Okay. So yen has been bearish for days now. For the past 2-3 days, yen has been bearish. You can see the candlestick pattern that formed yesterday is a shooting star, a strong shooting star on a daily time frame. Now, after the formation of the shooting star on a daily time frame, let's see on a lower time frame if a fair value gap was created on a lower time frame. Okay, let's see if a fair value gap was created on a lower time frame. I want to believe you all can hear me. Okay. Let's go down to 4 hour. So on 4 hour, please confirm you all can hear me. Confirm you can hear me. Hello, confirm you can hear me loud and clear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, all right, all right. All right. So GJ yen basket. Okay, so as you can see, we had an impulse move on the 4-hour time frame, and at this point we had a little retracement. So I feel yen might want to pull back to fill the fair value gap or pull back to a premium area before it continues with its bearish move. Yen is still very bearish, but I think after this impulse move, we should see a correction. We should see a correction to a fair value gap, which is at a premium area. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have this fair value gap. Okay, we have this fair value gap. Let's go to 1 hour. Okay, so we have this fair value gap on 1 hour. So I think yen might want to come and fill this internal range liquidity before it continue with its bearish move. Yen is still bearish long term. It is still bearish long term. So I would love to see it pull back. Okay, and at this point also we had a fair value gap. So these are the two areas I will be considering looking for sales. Now, if you look at what this one here, this fair value gap here is at a discount area. So I think it will be best to consider the fair value gap that is above these liquidities. Can you see this fair value gap above these highs? A lot of the traders would have executed sell after the formation of these patterns here, and their stop losses will be selling above these highs. So I feel they would come for these highs, then also fill this fair value gap before going bearish. But if price breaks out from this support, then we should expect more sells. Okay, if price breaks out from this support, we should expect more sell. You can see for the past few hours, you can see that yen went into a range. It went into a range, created buy side liquidity, and also created sell side liquidity. Can you see that? It's created buy side liquidity and also created sell side liquidity. Now they have swept buy side liquidity. They have swept buy side liquidity. I think this was the high of the Asian session. They swept that liquidity. Most likely they will come sweep the sell side liquidity. And if they're able to sweep sell side liquidity and a candle closes below this support, that will be the best time to sell yen. Okay, that will be the best time to sell. So you either sell after a breakout from the support or wait for price to pull back to this fair value gap. This one is at a discount. Wait for price to pull back to the fair value gap that is at a premium area. That is more valid than the one that is at a discount. Are you getting me? So that is my take on. Okay, so that's my take on yen at the moment. That's my take on yen. Let's see the XY index. Start with the daily time frame. If you have any question, we just started, Mr. Dimax. If you have any question or pay you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. So as we can see on DXY, I pointed this level yesterday that they're going to sweep this liquidity. You can see they have swept liquidity now. You can see the pattern that formed daily time frame yesterday. This is a shooting star. This is a shooting star. It indicates that the trend is about to change from bullish to bearish. So at the moment, the dollar is weak. The dollar is weak. Dollar, I think, is set for sell. Dollar is set for sell based on how the candle closed. And today you can see the dollar has been bearish. Let's see what pattern we had on 4 hour after the close of yesterday candle. So you can see the pattern we had. You can see they swept the liquidity residing at this previous high, and the shift in market structure occurred at this point. Okay, shift in market structure has occurred, and after a shift in market structure, price is expected to pull back to a premium area or pull back to fill a fair value gap it created. Okay, so if dollar would buy, it means it's coming to fill. You can see this fair value gap here. Okay, it's likely going to come back to fill this fair value gap. It is likely going to come back to fill this fair value gap. It's likely going to come back to fill this fair value gap. I believe you all can hear me. I believe you all can hear me. USDGPY. Okay, we'll look at gold in a few minutes. Mr. Emmanuel will look at gold. So I would love to see the index value gap. That is what I'm looking for. Dollar index. Dollar index should pull back. You can see this gap it's created here, the fair value gap. I would love to see it. This is where I would risk selling the dollar. I want to see it pull back. Okay. It should pull back to this gap. This is where see all these highs here. All these highs, there's a high probability it's going to use these highs as liquidity. It's going to use this high as liquidity. And as you can see here also, we have this support, which is in confluence with that fair value gap. You can see this support area is in confluence with this fair value gap. This would be a very, very good area to consider selling dollar. So dollar is bearish at the moment. It's bearish at the moment, but I'd love to see price pull back to this zone before going bearish on the dollar. I hope that is clear. So short term on yen, I am bullish. Short term on dollar, I am bullish. Long term, I am bearish. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that. Give it a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that. Okay, so let's look at currency pairs. Let's start with GBP USD. I can see all the pairs you're requesting for to analyze. We'll look at them in a few minutes. I can see all your comments. So GBP USD, you can see it has been bullish. It has been bullish. Let's start with the daily time frame. So you can see on the daily time frame, yesterday candle closed bullish. It's closed bullish. So the dollar is still bullish. GBP USD is still bullish at the moment. Well, this is not the right time to buy. This is not the right time to buy. I would love to see price pull back before going bullish. Just as I'm expecting DXY to pull back, I would love to see price pull back on GU. You can see, so we have this resistance. At least price should pull back to retest this resistance. This is where I would love to buy GU. This is where I would love to buy GU. Okay, let's wait for the retracement. Let's wait for the retracement. Okay, for those who have bought from this point, after the formation of the spinning top, we had an hammer, we had a spinning bottom, then we had this bullish candle. This would have been the best entry for GBP GBUSD. This would have been the best entry. If you had missed this point, if you're entering buying GU from this point, you had another opportunity to have bought after this reversal, this retracement. Okay, you had another opportunity to have bought. If you didn't buy from this after this reversal, probably you could have bought after the breakout, this breakout from this resistance. You could have bought. So if you have missed this first, second, and third opportunity, I don't think it would be wise for you to start buying from the current market price. The risk you would be taking will be very high if you buy from this point. The risk will be very high. So it's best to wait for price to do a little retracement, probably to this zone or to this resistance on support before you look for buys. Okay. Yes, price might just keep going up from this point. It might not retrace back to this, but to get the best from this trade, to get the best risk reward, it's best to wait for price to pull back to this zone before you buy. So my take on GU is still bullish, but I'd love to see price retrace before going bullish on GU. Let's see Euro USD. If you have similar pattern on Euro USD, yeah, similar pattern. So on Euro USD, the best time to have bought on Euro USD, you can see what we had here. We had an inverted hammer. We had an inverted hammer. So this would have been the best entry for Euro USD. After the close of this inverted hammer, this is where you should have bought. So if you have missed buying from this point, I think it's best to wait for price to pull back, probably to this breaker block or other block. Okay, wait for price to pull back to this breaker block or other block. Very good area to consider buying. Other block, you can call it your support non resistance or resistance non support. Okay, you can call it your resistance or support non resistance non support. Wait for price. We all know that after price breaks out from the resistance area, it is expected to pull back to retest that level. It is expected to pull back to retest that level. So you could wait for that to play out before you execute the trade. Okay, so wait for retracement to this zone before you buy Euro USD. I hope that is clear. Okay. Mr. Emmanuel wants us to look at gold and Mr. Isaiah USD JPY. Okay, let's look at gold. So as we can see right now, gold is bullish. Gold has been bullish, and I think gold will still be bullish. I think gold would still be bullish. It's been bullish. This has been the best entry. If you did buy from this point, buying from the current market price is at a very high risk. This is where you should have bought. I missed this move on gold yesterday. I missed this move, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad about it, but there's nothing I could do. I just had to let it go. I missed this move on gold. After the formation of this inverted hammer, we had the next candlestick close strongly bullish. That is a bullish reversal pattern. That's a bullish reversal pattern. We had the support here. You can see price came back to test the support. Then we had an engulfing pattern here, inverted hammer, engulfing pattern. You can see. So this would have been the best entry to our bought. So if you have not bought gold from this point, buying from this point is at a very high risk because you can see it is approaching a resistance. You can see that it's approaching a resistance. So if price gets to this resistance, we might see some kind of rejection from this area. So if you are buying from this point, you want to be targeting this resistance. That's not a good risk reward. Where would you set your stop loss? You want to set your stop loss here or here? Look at the risk reward. Doesn't make sense. So best you wait for price to reverse at least 50% retracement of this move, or you look for sell opportunity. Probably after price breaks out from this resistance, maybe we could see a reversal Okay, we could see a reversal after price breaks out from this resistance. Just wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form if you want to risk selling. Wait for a bearish reversal pattern to form on 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame. Then you can take the risk selling. But right now, gold is bullish, and I think it will still be bullish before the end of the week. So if you are selling, you're trading against the trend, that's counter trend. So you just have to manage the trade wisely. Okay. So it's still bullish, but this is not the right time to buy. This is not the right time to buy. You should have bought earlier. And if you sold gold, by now you should be out of the trade. If you had entered sell on gold yesterday, if you sold gold by now, you'll be out of the trade. They have an open trade on gold, a sell trade on gold, then you are not a good risk manager. You are not a good risk manager. If you are hoping that gold will reverse, you should have set your stop loss, let the markets kick you out of the trade, and look for another opportunity. Not that you hold on to that trade. So if you are still selling gold, probably you entered to sell on gold yesterday, you should have exited the trade. If you are still holding gold now, selling, then you don't know what you're doing. You just want to blow down your account. You are not a good risk manager. You just want to blow that account. So no one should be selling gold right now. You should be out of the trade. That's why I always advise set your stop loss. Once the market gets there, let the close, let the broker close the trade. You don't have to be struggling in the market or fighting the market. The market is always right. You can't beat that. Accept that you make losses. Accept that you make losses. Losses are inevitable in this business. There's no big losses. Same thing applies in Forex. You make losses. It is how you manage your losses that will determine how long you'll be in the business. I keep saying this, but most of you will not listen. Keep repeating the same thing, not using stop loss. You'll keep blowing your account. And the truth is that we need people blowing accounts in this market. Just keep blowing account, because if you don't blow account, those of us that are profiting money, you understand? Trading is a zero-sum game. Some people must blow account. Blow. If you don't blow, profit traders will not get paid. That's how it works. So keep blowing the account until you're tired of blowing accounts. Okay, so that's my take on gold. Then let's look at USDJPY. If there's any other pair you want me to analyze, please let me know in the comment section. If there's any other pair you want to analyze, let me know in the comment section. If you're yet to give the video a thumbs up, please do. If you're yet to give the video a thumbs up, please do, so that others can get to see this video. Okay, US dollar JPY. Okay, so on a daily time frame, we had this spinning top, which indicates change in trend from bullish to bearish. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I think the first thing they did, you can see they swept the liquidity. That was on Wednesday. No, on Tuesday, we had this high, which was an area of liquidity. We had this high. Okay, Mr. Liar. Oh, yeah, Mr. Liar. Few minutes we'll look at BTC. Okay, so we had this highs, this previous high. So I think on Tuesday, yeah, on Tuesday they swept the liquidity that was residing at this high. Yeah, the normal traded traders that sell after the formation of this candle, which was on Friday. Yeah, most traders have executed sell, and their stop losses will be residing at this high. Also on Monday, we had this candle. Most also would have executed sell, and their stop losses would have been the high of this candle. And what happened on Tuesday? Swept the liquidity, and you can see on Monday resistance or support rated, and the Monday candle broke out from that support. That tells you that supply is increasing and demand is decreasing. You can see this support is created on Monday. On Tuesday, price broke out from that after sweeping the liquidity at this high. You can see that. So based on that, I think UJ is bearish at the moment. UJ is bearish at the moment. Let's go to 4 hour after the formation of this candle on Monday. So you can see after the formation of that, see what we have here on Monday. After the formation of that candle, we had this fair value gap, which could be the reason for this. You can see the fair value gap. You can see that could be the reason for this retracement. Price pulled back, filled that fair value gap. Can you see that? It filled the fair value gap. And after filling the fair value gap, look at the pattern that formed. We had shooting star, a bullish shooting star, and after the formation of a bullish shooting star, you guys wait for the next candle to close bearish before you take a sell. So we had a shooting star, the next candle closed as a spinning top, and this candle, which is next to the spinning top, closed as a bearish candle, and it closed below the low of this shooting star. That's a strong indication that the bears are showing up strong in the market. The bearish momentum is increasing. So based on what we have on the 4 hour on a daily time frame, I think the best risk to take on dollar JPY would be a sell and not a buy. It would be a sell and not a buy. You should consider buying. What you're seeing on the chart is buy. They should wait for price to break from this resistance or distance. Wait for price to break out from this resistance. That is my take on USD JPY. My bias is bearish. My bias is bearish. Some of you are yet to give the video a thumbs up. You're yet to give the video a thumbs up. You are yet to give the video a thumbs up. Now, some of you sending me DM, asking questions and all that. If you're not my student, I will not give you attention. That's just the truth. I have a lot of students that I'm attending to, and that's always advised that you should enroll for mentorship so that all your questions can be attended to. I give my students high priority. Okay? They are the ones that have access to my DM. Anytime they can send me a message, they can give me a call. But if you are not my student, I'm sorry, you will not get my attention. You will not get my attention. Okay, so that's my take on USD JPY. So let's see BTC USD. BTC USD has been crashing lately. It's been bearish, strongly bearish. I feel for those who are trading BTC. I feel for those who are not day trader, those that just bought and just held it. Those that just bought and just held it. If you're a day trader, you could have caught some of these moves, some of these sell, some of this buy. Okay, so you don't just buy BTC and hold it. You should also learn to trade it, on a daily basis, or you do swing trading just to hedge or minimize your risk. Okay, just holding it is very risky. You should also learn to trade it so that you can take advantage of these buys and say, look at this drop. Those who are day traders that know what they are doing, they could have caught this sell. Why you that you are holding it, you are panicking. They would have made some money selling BTC USD. Some also would have bought here, they would have made some money. So I think BTC is still let me look at the weekly time frame. Let me look at the weekly. Okay. BTC, with what I'm saying here, BTC is still bearish. BTC might drop to come and fill this fair value gap here. Okay, it has tested a support. Okay, it has tested the support here. That's the reason for the rejection you are seeing in the market right now. If it breaks out from this support, then we should expect more sales on BTC USD. I would not advise that you sell it right now. Okay, you can see where there's a little rejection from this point. Let's see daily what's happening on the daily time frame. Okay, yesterday candle closed bullish. So if price breaks out you can see the support. If price breaks out from the support, expect more sales. Expect more sales on BTC USD if price breaks out from this support, this demand zone. We should expect more sales. Okay, now what can you see on the 4 hour time frame? You can see what's playing out on the 4 hour time frame. You can see what's playing out on the 4 hour time frame. Price just failed. I think we had a fair value gap here. Yeah, we had a fair value gap. Let's go down to 1 hour. I think price just came to fill a fair value gap or test this resistance. Let's just see 1 hour. Okay, so this is what we had on 1 hour. So we had this resistance here. I think price has tested that resistance. Let's see. Okay, you can see price has tested that resistance. You can see. And there was a strong rejection from that area. You can see that. So we had this zone, this resistance zone here. Price has tested it. That is strong rejection from that area. So it is still bearish at the moment. It is still bearish at the moment. That's my take on Bitcoin USD. It is still bearish. It is still bearish. You have any question? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Okay, let's just see GBP, JPY, and Euro. Also, if there's any other pair you want me to analyze, let me know. Okay. GBP, JPY has been in a range for some hours, giving us a high of the range and the low of the range. So we should expect a breakout. If price breaks out from this resistance, we should expect more buys on Great Britain pounds, Japanese yen. If price breaks out from this resistance, we should expect more buys from Great Britain pounds, Japanese yen. We should expect more buys. If price breaks out from this support, then we should expect price to come fill this fair value gap, which is in confluence with this resistance, which has become a support. So that will be the next target. If price breaks out from this support, we should expect GJ to drop to this zone. We also have this zone, which is at a discount area. So if you're selling, this should be your target. I think on GJ should pull back after this impulsive move, after this strong bullish move. It is expected to pull back, but if it breaks out, then it means the trend continues. That's the trend continuation if it breaks out. But if it breaks out from this support, we could look for sell. Okay, so that's what I see on GJ. That's what I see on GJ. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? I think I have analyzed all the pairs you guys requested for. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? Is there any other pair you want me to analyze? If there any other pair you want me to analyze, let me know in the comment section. So it appears there are no more questions. Okay, so I want to appreciate every one of you for your participation, Mr. Sam, Demax. Demax, I would like to know your real name. Demax. I'm trying to know who that person is. Demax. Thanks for joining. Mr. Emmanuel, thanks for joining. Isaiah, person, thanks for joining. Who else again? Mr. Olaya, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. So that'll be it for today's session. That'll be it for today's session. If there are no more questions. Once again, I appreciate every one of you for your participation, and I wish you all a profitable trading day. Bye for now.